When you look closely at this life, you will always find that people are divided into two groups, the group that seems to be in control, and the group that is trying to struggle to live in this life. What we must understand here is that our successes in this life do not mean only the accumulation of wealth, or to be in a high position. But success is another thing, as the author Richard Templar says in his book The Rules of Life. It is mastering the art of living, in the old concept of this word, the concept of old elders who are working hard, feeling satisfied and happy, and enjoying good health. So what is the secret? It is the rules of life that can make all people happy and successful. The Rules of Life by Richard Templar. Personal rules are one of the most important rules on which life is built. They are the rules that help us get out of bed in the morning and face the world in a positive way. They are also rules that make us handle life's and people's stress, their behavior and their negativity. The first rule of these personal rules is to seek secrecy, or keep it under your hat concept, which means that you are not completely obligated to talk about everything you want to do, and let others find out on their own what you are going to do. Also, when you start the path of seeking wisdom and self-education, you should not preach, advise, or seek to change others, because you will feel a warm glamour penetrating your soul when you change your life view and others start asking you about what you did and what you did not do. There is an assumption that says the older we get, the more mature, wise, and knowledgeable we get, and this is not generally true. The law is that we stay as we are, and we may still make mistakes. In fact, we learn new experiences from our mistakes, and this should not push us to keep questioning and punishing ourselves so that we do not remain making the same mistakes. Bit to remember, personal rules help us get out of bed in the morning and face the world in a positive way. The key to success always starts from the moment when a person gets to know himself and accepts himself as he is. That is why the author says that this rule is an important and inspiring rule for anyone seeking success. In order to change my life, I have to deal with myself in a different way. Which means to deal with myself as I am, not as what others like me to be. This is the secret that will make people love you and respect you. There is no chance here to fake or create illusions that have nothing to do with your true personality. To be yourself means not to be perfect. We start with what we have got, and with what we already are. Your success in life depends on your mastery of the rule of getting to know yourself and aligning yourself with its requirements, and no matter how much you try to create ideal worlds for yourself, nothing will be achieved in your reality except illusions. This may be difficult in the beginning, but with the passage of time it becomes easier, when you master the rule, which will put you on the path of success and permanent development. Bit to remember, getting to know yourself is the first step in the path of success. The benefit that you can get from this rule and mastering it is that you will have the ability to focus on what is important to you in your life, and to make positive changes to it in order to ensure success in all your goals, and achieve what you aspire to as long as you focus on what is important and neglect what is not important. The author calls this style of thinking living smartly. This means that in our lives there are many important and serious things, and there are also things that can be lost without leaving any impact on our lives, behaviors or needs. This does not mean to stop the entertainment and pleasure, and dedicating time to our friends or families, but what is specifically meant by this rule is just as we need to seek to acquire things that seem important, we also have the ability to lose some of these things that will not have a great impact on our personal lives. Bit to remember, focusing on what is important in your life keeps you away from what is not important in it. The most important thing that create problems in our family life is the absence of dialogue and effective communication with the members of the family in general. In order for a person to succeed in this life, he must follow a set of procedures. For example, a person cannot begin a new relationship without getting rid of anything that is related to old relationships, or the pain and sorrows that the past carries. Because not doing so will make you unable to enjoy your true self, or use your talents and abilities, and you will definitely lose your partner. Family happiness is achieved from within yourself, and it won't come to you from outside yourself. So if you do not provide yourself with all the conditions for true happiness, you will be the most miserable one. Oneself is the only way to eternal happiness. Even when you are unable to complete your family path, it won't cause you any problem at all. Therefore, do not be afraid to build your own happiness, as it is the secret of your eternal superiority. And don't be afraid from the idea of living alone. Because if you master this rule, you won't accept living with anyone you do not love or trust. Bit to remember, the absence of dialogue and effective communication affects our relationship with our partners in life.